Hey, and welcome back to the second installment of my video tutorial teaching you how to set up a Garrys mod server, a Garrys mod dedicated server. The second part of the tutorial, we're going to be working on the add entities part of the darkrp file, which you should have on your desktop if you watched the last tutorial. If you didn't, I recommend you watch it. Go into darkrp, game modes, add entities. These are all the shipments or things that you can buy in the menu of darkrp in-game. You'll also need to open the shipments file, which I didn't download, I just have them in a different file. The folder. And add entities. If you didn't get number version 2.4.1, it may also be called add shipments. So same kind of thing. Now these ones here aren't realistic weapons from CSS. So what you're gonna need to do is copy this lot. First of all, I'll put all of this lot in, and then I'll go through and explain each thing. So I'll go Control C, and just copy over them, and then Control V, and the other ones disappear, and you get your new ones. Now, when you first make a new shipment, you'll need to know what means what. The HL2 pistol is here. I like the HL2 pistol, so that's the one I'm going to do. I'm just going to be copying off that. I do know how to do it, but just to tell you what it means. This is telling the computer to add a custom shipment. Bracket. Now this is the name, so when you buy something, when you mouse over it without clicking on it, it'll say this name, so I'm going to call it 9mm, so you don't actually have to call it what it is. 9mm pistol. So that's the HL. It's going to be the HL2 pistol. Now, this is the model file that when it spawns from the crate or whatever the model of the container is from the shipment, this is the model of the weapon that pops out. So models, weapon, and this part here might help a bit. W in most models stands for world, and world means what everyone is going to see. It's generally a lower poly model, which means if you're not a modeler, it means it's not as good a model as the one that you'll see in your hand, so it's not as well made. And V will stand for view, which is the pair of hands on the whatever gun it is. So if I were to change the W to a V, it would, after pushing E or whatever your use key is, would spawn a pair of hands holding the pistol in the idle state. So don't do that. Now this is the class name of it. Weapon underscore pistol. Now this 500 is the cost of the shipment. So my favorite number 1250, and the next one is the amount that's in the shipment. So 10 is the general one. This one here, after how many guns are in the shipment, is whether or not it's sold separately, which is false, because if you wanted them sold separately, you just make another one, and yeah, so whether you want it or not. Now the next one is, this is if it's sold separately, but otherwise just put 0. That's the price of whether or not it's sold separately. And this part here, the next false, really whether you can just go buy only. Okay, it doesn't, generally all of them are false, so I'm not completely sure what it means. It says it up here, but that makes no sense. / by only doesn't make sense. So just put it false. Now, these here are brackets in brackets. So you could have it like this. You could have bracket, 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 oh, bracket, bracket, and bracket, and that'd just be like those in shared are the comments about what the class, but won't get into that in this tutorial. Probably the next one. Now, these are the teams that it's available to. So, team underscore gun is the gun dealer, obviously. Now, why it has on this one here medic, I'll never know. But if you do want to add more, just go comma space and then the next team, and then end it with the ending bracket, and there you have your 9mm pistol. So then what you're going to want to do, now that you understand what each thing means, the importance of scripting is understanding it. There's no skill in just sitting there for hours typing. I mean, if you can type fast, then congratulations, but really understanding what it means is all that matters. Hundreds of professional coders still use snippets from the web, and I advise you do too. So just save it. Now these under the 9mm pistol are all, you don't really need an RPG, so just take that one out. These, see how it says real CS, that means it's CS real, so it has whatever's added in real. Now these here are optional because they are the drug dealers shipments, so yeah, you got all sorts of stuff. These are entities which are available. They just like spawns a prop that does something. So the drug lab, the money printer, the microwave, and the gun lab, and then their teams, of course. Well, that should probably be in that bracket, but it seems to work in game, so guess you don't need that bracket. But anyway, that just keeps it locked off, so you know what's what. Yep, there you go. I'll see you next time, where I'll be explaining the shared.lua file of your Garrys mod folder. Thank you for watching.